Welcome back, everybody. You're watching Sport Federation TV. Well, of course, you will know that we have spoken about kickboxing on a number of occasions. Well, the Western Cape kickboxing structures are one of their extensions is from the move from amateur into the professional space. And this week we see the launch of the VK1 Kickboxing League Challenge, of course, under the auspices of Western Cape Kickboxing Federation. We went down to Vibrant Sport, to where the president of Western Cape Kickboxing spoke to us about the launch of their new league structure. Well, folks, we are here today in Ottery at Vibrant Studio, where I'm with the president of Western Cape Kickboxing, Josh Cloete. Josh, first time for us to be on site, so to speak. Normally we've got you either in the studio or online. Well, let's just go back 2 years quickly. Everything has been online. It's been an interesting time doing interviews via the virtual space.
Yeah, JP, absolutely thank you for being here. It's always nice. Well, this is the first time for Vibrant to be live on Cape Town TV. And it's always, kickboxing is doing well. Yeah, like you said, the 2 years online, and now we're actually in front of each other. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it feels a little bit different. I think it's different for everybody at the moment, sort of getting back to things like they used to be. But it's been a positive time. I mean, I know you guys from a kickboxing point of view, you had some tough times like all of the sport codes, but you managed to stay active. You managed to have some really good competitions as well.
Yes, look, in the Western Cape, we managed to get around with some good events. Most districts in the last year had their district championships. And then, of course, last year we managed to have Western Cape championships, and also 2022 we managed to have Western Cape championships. So for us, from kickboxing side, yes, difficult like most sporting codes, but we've managed and we are here, ready to get to the national championships.
One of the big announcements was obviously the fact that kickboxing has now been accepted into the Olympics. I know we spoke about that a little bit during the online period, but that's obviously very positive for you guys from a kickboxing point of view.
JP, I think any sporting code want to be part of the Olympic programs, and it took kickboxing many years to achieve that. A lot of hard work behind the scenes, and yeah, last year 2021 kickboxing was accepted by the IOC as Olympic sporting code. And from South African perspective, we are obviously also helping Africa kickboxing from a continental perspective to be in line with that of global kickboxing environment.
Is it something that the athletes are now starting to think about, of train hard, do well, make the national team so that one day you can go overseas to those type of competitions?
Absolutely. I think many kickboxers are already talking about when will kickboxing be part of the program. And I know that a lot of work is behind the scenes to get kickboxing actively participating in the Olympics by 2028. So many of our kickboxers in Cape Town and the broader Western Cape are really looking forward to that.
Yeah. So we're of course, as I opened the interview earlier on, we're of course here on site, where we now for the first time really see where it is you've been crossing to us from. Of course, here at Vibrant Sport in Ottery, which is one of the Western Cape kickboxing affiliated structures. So this is it, the actual ring behind us, and I see that there's a lot of preparation here. Your big event now that you guys have got starting is the VK1 Kickboxing League.
Yes, JP, and I think the VK1 Kickboxing League or challenge that has been adopted by mostly all the kickboxers and the coaches of the Western Cape. It's a program which we have 3 weight divisions, 8 fighters in each weight division, and they all are fighting each other just like your soccer or rugby league.
So what's the difference between this and what happened in the past? You know, normally we have kickboxing competitions or boxing competitions on a weekend, for example. This is now being called a league. Maybe explain to the folks what's the difference between normal competition and a league competition.
Within the league, as I alluded earlier on, is that we've managed to get 8 of the top fighters in the Western Cape in the 3 respective weight categories. And these 8 fighters in these respective weight categories, they are fighting each other. So every month they will be competing, and everyone in the 8 men will compete against each other, which means that you will have 7 fights within the league, and then the top 4 in terms of the lock standing will then compete for the semi-final 1, semi-final 2, and then in month 9 we will obviously compete for the finals, which is the grand, vibrant Challenge Cup for the winner.
So do the athletes go up and down in rankings or up and down in the log?
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, there's point allocation for various kinds of wins, points for knockout, technical knockout, win on points, win by default. So all those points will definitely play a role in terms of where the fighter will stand on the lock as the league continue.
So tell me about some of the fighters that are coming through the ranks. We see fighters like, for example, Yassine Adams, Timothy Steenkamp, Rodney Cornelissen, Rainier Vos. These are just some of the names that come to mind. If we start off in the lighter divisions, you've got 3 divisions, under 65, under 75, and then the 95 open. But look at the likes of an Adrian Matthews, for example, that's come through the ranks.
Absolutely. I mean, just you mentioned Adrian Matthews. I mean, Adrian started kickboxing when he was like 6 years old, and he was a little chubby boy. And he went to national championships on various occasions. So yeah, there are some of them are great names. Saint Dumas are there also from the Delft Kickboxing Club. Yassine from Bushido in retreat. So these youngsters, they have paid the dues in the amateur ranks, and I think it was just right now to allow them to go into a more professional scene where they can kind of also get remunerated for their participating within kickboxing.
People always look towards the heavyweight division. Tomorrow you've got Rainier Vos from Gordons Bay competing against Quintina Maquena. Are you expecting that the ring is going to be shaking tomorrow and the crowd's going mad?
Well, always the crowd in kickboxing always go mad. It's always crazy. A nice, controlled, vibrant crowd. That is what we expect tomorrow. And you talk about the heavyweights, a very good heavyweight that's not on the board tomorrow, but will be next month, is Kill, and also a former South African kickboxing champion. So we really have, and then we have Lucas Smith as well. Great heavyweights within the Western Cape that will really entertain the crowd.
You've also got some athletes that are coming from around the rest of the country that have formed part of the league, the likes of an Irval Berta, who comes down from Pretoria, for example, to come and compete in the VK1 League. That's obviously quite exciting.
Yeah, and I think Irval, he was so looking forward to this. I mean, he's even willing to come on his own cost down to compete here in the VK1 League. So he's not a stranger to the Western Cape. During Gregory Gans' world title fight, he was also competing. That was his last amateur bout, and now he's also making his professional debut.
Speaking about Gregory Gans and sort of wrapping it up now, these fighters must all be very the fighters, all of the local clubs that form part of Western Cape Kickboxing. You guys must be very proud of Greg Gans, now world title holder in the Western Cape.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you look at Gregory Gans, where he's coming from a small town, Diazwo, in Saldanha, you know, and today he's on top of the world. He's the best kickboxing in the world under the RCFAI rules. So yeah, we're very excited about that, and just because of Gregory's fight, that has drawn so many kickboxers into the realm of the sport. Knowingly, if Gregory can do it, most probably they can do it as well. So that was good for us.
Right, Josh, well, we'll leave it at that, and good luck for tomorrow. I know that you're going to have a sold-out crowd here. I'm sure the fighters are very excited, maybe a little bit nervous at the moment, but it looks good, and well done to Western Cape Kickboxing for fantastic work you guys are doing.
Yeah. JP, thank you so much, and yeah, it's always nice to be on Cape Town TV, and yeah, thank you for. I think tomorrow is going to be just fantastic, and it's going to be a first for the Western Cape, for South Africa. I actually want to go as far as maybe the first continental-wise. So we're really excited about the VK1 Challenge. And taking place in vibrant sport.
Right, folks, well, there you have it. It is, of course, the Western Cape Kickboxing structures doing really well here, and we're here out at Vibrant Sport in Ottery, where tomorrow sees the launch of the VK1 Kickboxing League. It's fantastic chatting to the president of Western Cape Kickboxing, and, of course, we'll be looking forward to seeing what comes next. We'll go back to the studio. We'll see you in a sec. Well, there we go, everybody. Good luck then to Western Cape Kickboxing for their event this weekend. That's, of course, at Vibrant Sport in Ottery this Saturday at 5 p.m. Good luck to the fighters as they move from the amateur space into the professional space now. We'll take a break. When we come back, we carry on talking sport in the province. Back in a sec.